If you don't remember, or if you weren't here and you just want to fucking recap so you know what's going on. Also, we're interrogating Alex, so this is good. You'll actually get some information from this as well. But basically, we are on Jeffrey Epstein Island. That was a joke at first. It is no longer a joke. Epstein, oh right, I forgot. Yeah, Alex with the fucking dump truck ass. I don't know what's going on here, but that's something you also need to keep in mind, or else none of this game will make any sense. You gotta remember that Alex has a giant fucking ass. We are on Epstein Island. That was a joke at first. It's no longer a joke. This is an island that was literally used for child prostitution, where the elites had come and fuck children. Also, there was organ trading and organ harvesting from like orphan organ harvesting and shit. And experimentation with coronavirus and coronavirus vaccine. I'm only stretching a little bit there. That the game may as well have said that. To create fish people who will be immortal, because eating baby blood, I guess, isn't enough to live forever. You just live for a very long time, like a vampire. Like real life, these people are real life vampires. And also we were inside of a simulation, and the entire game up until just about 10 minutes ago in game time was a simulation of what actually happened in our memories. So it's identical to if it wasn't a simulation, except that one girl in it named, I think, Aurora or something, was in the simulation but isn't in real life, and I broke myself out of the simulation by shooting myself in the head because, quote, I'm pretty sure this isn't the real life. So I offed myself, and luckily I was correct. This game is a wild ride. It's manic. Yeah. But anyway, now we're back. There, you've been brought up to speed now. Let me ask about Alex. Alex, the way you're sneaking around, you don't appear to be just a regular guest. Who the hell are you? Were you hired by someone? I was hired by fucking Gold Jim to promote squatting. Hired? Don't be silly. I came to this island for personal reasons. I'm not doing this for anyone. And I should believe you. I mean, yeah, we already have people in the CIA. I'm probably some fucking mercenary mob man. When I watched the first part of the first stream and I saw you were calling it Epstein Island, I thought you had played it before but didn't want to admit it. I just got that feeling. It's called intuition, and I can't fucking believe I was right. You don't just stumble upon a place like this. I think you're willing to risk death sneaking around like that. I had another like fucking brainwave shoot through my head where you get like a series of thoughts all at once, and I thought sneaking around like that with an ass like that. Snake, they can hear the sound of your ass cheeks clapping together. I'm aware of the danger. Still, there's something I have to look into. And what is that? Fuck, he's got a stuttering problem too. My grandmother may have been a client of this facility in the past. Grandmother? Client? Your grandma came here to fuck kids? Yeah, I mean, I guess I would investigate that. That's worrying. I came to this island to discover the truth. That should be enough, right? I don't work for the mansion, and no one hired me. In any case, I'm suspicious of you guys. Don't be silly. I almost became the victim of human experimentation just now. If you're not working for the mansion, you should be careful. It's clear as day that they are our enemies. They have also created monsters on this island. Only a forklift and yeoman's keg lifters can get that boy up the stairs. I've trained for like 4 weeks for this job. Monsters. Human experimentations are one thing, but did I say the word monsters? Oh, they have created I did, actually. I probably said it out loud, too. I find that hard to believe. Well, it's the truth. The sooner you believe that, the better, for your own sake. Tell me more about yourself. Tell me about your background, birthplace, family name, age, sex, location. My life is an open book. My name is Alex Werner. I'm an American of British descent. Ha. Based, me too. The Werner family made its fortune in arms manufacturing and export during the Civil War. Ah, fuck, you sold arms to my family members who killed each other in the Civil War. Never mind, you're no longer based. After that, we further grew our wealth on the stock market. We managed to keep a low profile, but we're one of the few billionaire families in the United States. That sounds rather comfortable. I look at Naneko. She might know about his family. She'll be able to verify the accuracy of his information. I need to move my microphone a tiny bit. Huh. Looks like he's telling the truth. What? Why did it say looks like he's telling the truth before she said anything? What a strange thing. He knew what she was about to... looks like he's telling the truth. Graham Werner, a descendant of the Werner family who earned a huge fortune in arms exports, sold his stocks just before the Wall Street crash in 1929 and increased his wealth by buying up stocks at rock-bottom prices, becoming one of the most celebrated wealthy men of the 20th century. He also invested actively in Hollywood. You don't say. This game knows too much. I am so surprised that this guy is not fucking dead. I had to check his Twitter again recently to make sure, like, me bringing a small amount of attention in this game, because I'm on lists and shit, like, I didn't accidentally bring attention to this man and get him killed, right? But no, I looked on Twitter, and he just recently tweeted about how Miura, or however you fucking, Kentaro Miura, I think that's the guy's name, who, the Berserk creator, about how he died. He just tweeted about that the other day. So, yeah, I guess he's still alive, but he knows that these pedophiles on Pedophile Island, rich American pedophiles, invest actively in Hollywood and was the founding member of a large studio. I'm so surprised this guy gets away with this. Twitch turned on not safe for work filter for me. What do you mean? It's censoring homeless. Oh, homeless? Homeless is a bad word? Am I gonna be part of an underrepresented class? What would you call that? An oppressed class now that I'm gonna be homeless? Oh wait, I'm already a gamer. Never mind. Nothing's changed. Even now, his name is engraved on one of the largest studios. In 1969, he died of heart disease, which he had been afflicted with for many years. Was it because of his dump truck ass? Was he obese? I read this in an article about Hollywood 3 years ago, on December 2nd. What she says, is that correct? What the? Oh no, it's all correct, but how can she remember something in detail? How can she remember something in detail? How does she remember things at all? I think my ability is a blessing as well as a curse. I can't forget anything, even if I want to. Ability? You have photographic memory? That's very unexpected. Alex appears to be more shaken than surprised by Neneko's ability. He seems to be afraid that we know too many details about him and his family. He's still hiding something. I'll ask him again. I'm afraid that's all there is to tell. Okay, well, I probably have to ask that again after I ask about other things, because this is stupid. If you own a massive amount of stocks, like a significant percentage of a company, and then sell it just to drop the price, can you buy it up again at the drop price and make a profit? I mean, technically, yes. I mean, that's just called being a whale, you know? You're just manipulating the price. That's what happened with GameStop, so kind of, yes. Alex, how did you manage to sneak into this basement with the sound of your ass clapping, giving away your location? It shouldn't be easy to get in here. There's no way you just happened to find this staircase while you were looking for the toilet. But that's precisely what happened. When I was looking for the toilet, I happened to stumble upon this stairway. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. Don't look at me like that. My grandmother told me about it. She told me that there's a hidden staircase that leads down to the basement. Her stories helped me find it. I'm not lying, really. Your grandmother's stories. My dear boy Alex, let me tell you about Epstein Island. It's true that Alex has been searching around for the mansion for quite some time. If Alex were working for the mansion, he wouldn't have behaved like that. He's probably telling the truth. Tell me about the island. What do you know about this island? I don't know a lot, but if you're an outsider, I don't think you should look into things too thoroughly. Thanks for the advice, but we can no longer go back to the way things were when we arrived here. Tell me everything you know. I was investigating the illegal activities that were taking place on this island. One of them was the organ trade. The trade of organs and transplants may have been carried out on this island. I came here to uncover the truth. Neneko told me that there were operating rooms and specimens preserved in formalin in the basement. Oh, this is me talking now. I'm certain that illegal organ trade and transplants were carried out here. Really? So there is a surgical facility on this island. Did you find any documents? For example, any medical records about my grandmother? We did, actually. Yeah, I think I remember that. I don't have fucking convenient photographic memory, though, but there were some medical records. His grandmother's record was in there as well. However, a page with details about her had been ripped out for some reason. It seems that there was a record about your grandmother. I like how I have to fucking translate because she's too autistic to be understood by the general population. The details were torn out by someone, though. There was a record? Are you sure it was torn out? Or did you overlook it? Can I go down there and see it now? Hey, we can't go back now. What are you so excited about? Why are you so obsessed with your grandmother's record? No, I just want to know the truth, that's all. Tell me more. Do you know anything else about this island? It doesn't matter how minor it is, I just need more information. How minor it is about the island where they fuck minors. I'm sorry, but this is my first time on the island. I don't know anything else. My grandmother didn't want to talk about this island. She did talk extensively about it, though, as I just mentioned a second ago, so I'm contradicting my own testimony here. Unless I'm saying that I forced her to talk about it. I'm not really sure what... I just know about the organ trade. She loved talking about the organ trade. Did you know that prostitution was also happening on this island? Prostitution? Did that happen on this island too? It seems so. Do you think the stutter is his tell when he's lying? A lot of people have a good tell. Why are you obsessed with your grandmother's record? No. Well, here he just seems flustered. Can I go down there and see it now? Unless he's lying because he already saw it and he was the one who tore it out. Naneko just stutters because she's autistic. We've established that. When was the other time he stuttered? I thought... When he said, all right, I'll tell you the truth, may have either indicated that he was lying already, or that he was about to tell us another lie. He also did say the words, I'm not lying. Alex sus, yeah. I imagine Naneko's speech has such a lisp and stutters so much that Akira needs to translate it from people who aren't fluent in autism. Ah, yes, that was my theory as well. It seems so. It's terrible, I just can't... He doesn't look like he's lying. It seems that the information about the island that Alex had was rather incomplete. Alex, I'm not sure if I believe everything you say. You're still hiding something, aren't you? The invitation was indeed sent to my grandmother. I came to the island to learn the truth about my grandmother. That's it. How my grandmother managed to cheat death and survived, and also to discover who was killed so that she could live. So, wait, cheat death and survive? Is the implication that the grandmother was like a sex slave here? Or an organ donor, forced organ donor? Because he said client, not orphan. So you intercepted the invitations. Also, why would she be invited? So that can't be right. Sent to your grandmother, is that what you're saying? That's more or less what happened. It is true that the invitation was sent to my grandmother, so I'm not an official proxy. I'm here without my grandmother's knowledge. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So what is his grandmother? That's the thing I don't understand about all these people who have unofficially intercepted these notices. They don't have phones. I guess you don't call over the phone to talk about fucking kids, so I guess that makes some sense. You send a letter because the post office never looks at your mail. They've sworn. But also, I guess, like what is this grandmother sitting at home thinking? Like, is she just sitting there sewing and like, man, it's really taking a long time for my child sex ring invitation to get here this year. It's usually the same time every year. What's going on? Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Sounds like a mixture of truth and lies. Maybe half of it is true, but the other half is dodgy. This kid is suspicious. I better watch my back around him. Thank you for trusting me. He better watch his back. He'll fucking knock something over. The grandma bought some organs so she could live. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Alex is hiding something in his pants and trying to pass it off as a massive, disproportionate ass cheek. This is actually like a fucking gun, or like these are the documents right here that he stuffed in his back pocket. That makes a lot of sense. That makes way more sense that he just never skips leg day and he skips everything else. Alex, I wanted to talk to you. This is the worst kind of skinny fat, where your entire body is skinny except for your fat ass. I want to ask you one more thing. Do you know a girl named Aurora Lavia? She's a young girl, wears a blue ribbon. That's a lot of fucking documents. Aurora Lavia. Hey, what's going on? Your face just became pale. Do you know anything about her? No, I don't know her. That's sus! I'm sorry, I need to stop. Somebody said it in chat, and now I'm gonna go down this route. I'm sorry, I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Look at that face. I need to save that face. Here, wait a second. I'm just screenshotting this face. This face is good. Let me save it, and then let me get it. Wait, where's the face? This is the first time in a while I've seen like a perfect face like this. Yes! What a face! Just keep that there. Actually, wait. Can I... Wait a second. Why does it not... What? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes! Yes! Wait! Here we go, dude. Oh, fuck, I just moved something else in the background. What was that? I don't know what I just moved. How do I... There it is. Yes. Oh, fuck, but I did it. Now I have to do it one at a time because I'm retarded. Wait, no. I'll just do this. I'll have way too many of them, but it's fine. Ah, fuck. There we go. Very Kino stream now. Very nice. Oh, no, why is it off? Why is it off a little bit? Stop. No. No, why? Okay. And there we go. There we go. Perfect, dude. His face is... You know, this feels like the perfect background for that unrelaxing music. You remember that? Here, wait. I think I still have it up. That is so fucking loud! Alright, his face is as white as a sheet. So he does know something about Aurora. This is very strange. He appears to be extremely upset. I'm sorry, I've calmed down. It's alright now. What about this girl? Nothing. I was just wondering if you've come across her in the mansion. Make that music echo. No, fuck, dude, no. In this mansion? She wasn't one of the guests. Do you mean this girl has been in the mansion all this time? I don't remember seeing any girl. Don't worry about it, thanks anyway. Something's... Thank you, Hal, for the gift sub. Alex's face went blank as I mentioned Aurora. He has to know more than he's letting on. After going up the spiral staircase for a while, we reach a door. We're here. This leads to the ground floor of the mansion. The ground floor of the mansion? Where does the staircase lead to exactly? Why don't you open the door and find out, you fucking idiot? Alright, I will. See if I don't. Ah! He was fucking snooping around the liquor cabinet before. I thought he was just a drunk. See? I see. A hidden door inside the wine cellar. You were looking around here earlier. Is that why a lot of bottles were moved around so randomly? Yes. My grandmother told me about this place. Ass gone. Ass disappeared. His ass was actually the key to the door, and he's now used it. I saw some men coming out of the cellar, even though they had no business being there. I found a switch that opens a hidden door in the wall. That door leads down to the basement. Naneko, can you remember everything, even the exact location of wine bottles? That kind of freaks me out. You're scary. Why, I'm glad we managed to get back to the ground floor in one piece. It's still a bad situation, but at least things have improved somewhat. Let's rejoin Akira and the others. Alright. I hope everyone is safe. Why the fuck do you care, you ought? Oh. What if there's a big sea of blood? Silly, don't say things like that. It might actually happen. Alright, that was there already. Hey, Naneko! Akira and Gisele come see us and come running to us. I'm glad that they're safe. They don't look very relieved to see us, though. Are you alright? Did you take a nap somewhere? You're such a slouch, Naneko. We had a terrifying experience while you were sleeping. Take a nap? Yes, our lives were in danger after you disappeared. Where'd you run off to? If it isn't Ikeda. Still not dead, I see. Akira's so full of herself that she apparently can't take the feelings of others into account. Naneko snorts and turns towards me. Akira's always giving me a hard time. Wasn't she worried about me at all? So cold-hearted. I wish she could have gone through what we have. I like how last episode, she was afraid that Akira was going to, rape her. Now she's like, why isn't Akira nicer to me? She appears to be panicking. Akira, what happened here? It would really be helpful if you could fill me in. That thing appeared! That thing! I don't understand what you're talking about. What appeared? Don't tell me it was just a cockroach. Try to calm down and tell me slowly. I can't talk about this calmly! That monster appeared! The demon of Shironagasu Island! What? Are you serious? Do I look like I'm kidding? Perhaps it's the same creature I saw underground. Huh? I'm sure you saw something else. You probably got scared. What the fuck is... What is this? What is... I just saw fucking Bigfoot! What? Really? I think I just saw Bigfoot. You're fucking crazy. You didn't see anything. Like, what? Why you gotta be a bitch about it? What? How come your fucking Bigfoot sighting is reasonable and mine's not? What is this? Huh? No. I'm like the Bigfoot talker. I'm the Bigfoot whisperer. Only I see Bigfoot. You don't get to fucking rain on my parade here. You don't get to insert yourself into my cool discovery. I'm sure you saw something else. You probably got scared and were just seeing things, Neko. But I really saw it. But me! I really saw it. Even worse, it attacked me. Ikeda, hey, would it be alright if I beat her to death? Do you know the Japanese have they have a word that, like, there's a word for to kill someone, which I think is korosu, but to beat someone to death is a separate verb, korosu. Don't let, just a little fun fact. Certain languages always develop words for what they need to express, which is why English only has one word for love, despite there being like at least 3 different kinds, because we don't love people. We don't need to express that. Japanese needs, however, 2 separate words for killing someone and beating someone to death, because it's common. It comes up in everyday life. Don't let me hold you back. Punch, bam, pow, thud, kapow, wham, smack, kaboom. Yow. Ouch, what the heck? Stop venting your frustration on my back. Even though I'm so deeply hurt. Much deeper than Challenger Ridge in the Mariana Trench, and more damage than Valles Marineris on Mars. Yo, I'm gonna start the Valle Marineris pizza parlor on Mars someday. That's my new dream. You can try my famous off-world Marineris sauce. All right. You can tell that to her later. We saw the same creature you did. Listen, Akira, we saw the same creature you did. A half-fish, half-human with reddish skin and unusually big eyes, right? Yes, that's it. The creature looked just like the one in this painting. So you saw it too. Are you all right? I'm so glad that you're safe. Why do you only believe things when Ikeda tells you? I was more likely to be killed by people than just that creature, though. By people? What do you mean? Valet mayonnaise on Mars. Before I tell you about it, we'd better get away from here. This place is dangerous. No argument here. Let's get out of here. The fact that I know what Valle Marineris is makes me feel weird. It's just a place on Mars, isn't it? What, have you been there? Reminds me of biker mice from Mice. I think you got that wrong. This should do it. I wedged a piece of wood into the door wheel and made sure that the iron door can't be opened easily. This is the only a temporary solution, but it should be the best way. If I make it too sturdy, it might be too hard to remove when we have to escape from the guest room building. Everything considered, this is the best way to secure the door. I let everyone catch their breath and tell Akira and the others about what happened underground. So that maid is our enemy. What a good enemy. More games should have maid enemies. We won't be able to trust the people from the mansion anymore. But we're completely isolated and left to our own devices until the ship comes back. That is, if it even comes back. But we should go through the information we have now and prepare for their attack. Prepare for their attack? Everybody fucking stutters in this game. Get more confidence, people. Are you saying that you can't fight that creature? That's impossible. That you can fight that creature? Well, it'll depend on the situation. But we should get ready. It's because they're fucking Japanese. This is the translation of eto, ano, eto. Well, it'll depend on the situation, but we should get ready. Can you tell us what happened when you encountered the demon of Shironagasu Island? Alright. After Neko was gone, we were looking for a way to climb up. As I was searching, climb up, but that elevator took me underground. You idiot! How could I have known that? How was I supposed to know that this building had a basement? Enough bickering, carry on. How can I explain it? No, I became lightheaded just by thinking about it. Gisele, could you? Yes, young lady. When I was checking the entrance, I heard the young lady cry out from the front of the building, the dining hall, so I hurried back immediately. When I reached her, I saw that the creature was about to attack her. I see. So you encountered the creature there. But you did make it out of that situation alive somehow. Indeed. When I shouted and intimidated it, the monster suddenly lost all interest and disappeared into the corridor that leads outside. So it was probably just a black bear. You ever found, Dalton recently told me about this. Dalton 100% believed that Bigfoot, I almost said big fish, that Bigfoot existed. He was like I don't know how ironic it was, but I'm like 90% sure that he was 90% sure that Bigfoot did exist. And then he saw a map that compared the areas in which Bigfoot was reported compared to a map of where black bears are found in the United States, and it's the exact same map. And he was very black-pilled by that map. He is not happy with that map. When I checked the corridor, it appeared the creature had left the mansion. Gisele shouting, "That's very un-Gisele-like. I kind of would like to see that." What a weird thing to say, Akira. My skin crawls just thinking about it. If Gisele hadn't shouted at it, I would have been killed for sure. I could have died so often since I arrived on this island. Because Bigfoot eats bears, retard. I do hear bear is tasty. I'll let Dalton know that. He'll be very happy about that one. Only twice so far. Did you forget how to count? Ouch, that hurt. What is she, giving him an Indian burn? What the fuck was that noise? You pulverized my brain! An Indian burn on the head? Anyway, I now understand what has happened here. Bigfoot is the real black bear. Black bear is fake news. Well, what the fuck does that just mean? We call it the wrong thing. That doesn't, what? Anyway, I now understand what has happened here. It looks like we won't be able to avoid this confrontation. We might be able to make this work, even though our chances are slim. Do you think so? We might be able to survive this. Oh, I forgot Alex was here. I'll tell you more about it later. Reminder, Yeoman is allowed to say Indian burn. Well, yeah, I'm Indian. I'll tell you more about it later. For now, all the guests should assemble in my room, if everyone's still safe. I found out recently that despite me living next to fucking like traditional native land, like places in Finland, the nearest Indian hospital is like hours away, so I cannot go to the hospital. Which is fine. I don't like doctors, so that's fine. I'll deal with that. What if the creature is already inside the guest room building? I'll punch you, Naneko. What? I'm already down for the count. Do you usually say that to people before you hit them? Ikeda, what should I do about this violent wait, don't leave me. I like the comedic violence. Where's the nearest medicine man, though? I am the nearest medicine man. My part of the tribe, my grandpa told me this, my great-grandpa, before he died, told me that my clan inside of the native tribe was both the scouts and the medicine men, because the scouts would find all the herbs and shit to heal the people. Also, our clan in particular were the rulers. So, chief, scout, medicine man, all being put on my resume for my next job application. It'll say, like, you know, what years did you work those jobs? And I'll say, by blood. So we're all together. What are we gonna do, Ikeda? Do you really have I see we invited Jacob. Do you really have a plan? First of all, you should listen to these tunes. First of all, I should explain our situation to all of you. Blood memory. That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking the blood remembers. Do you actually know herbs, Desert Man? No, not really. I tell them I gotta learn things. I tell them what happened. However, I leave out the part about Alex, any mention of Aurora, and any details about the basement. That's the most important fucking part. What? You don't mention the basement? Or just details about? That's what? What the fuck do you mention? Judging from what Naneko told me, the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond has been in the underground area before us. Any guest who turns out to know more details about the underground area than I tell them has to be the killer. I don't know about necessarily that being true, but okay. I like how she literally does not have another eye. I mean, like, that is not enough hair to obscure another eye. She actually only has one eye. I fucking knew it. I said right at the very beginning that she was a Cyclops, and it's true. There is no other eye. She's the monster. I want to collect clues, as many clues. I want to collect clues, as many clues as possible, so that I can reveal their identity. This has turned into a horrible situation. I'm glad that everyone is safe, but right now we don't really know what might happen. You idiot. It's because you still tried to discover this island's secret, even though I told you not to. You're just a third-class detective with a second-class deck. What are you going to do now? I almost said second-class dick and then laughed at myself, the fact of the mistake that I didn't make. Because of you two, they won't allow any of us to survive. Us two? So you're letting yourself off the hook? I'm very well known in the underworld. They won't try to harm me because they know how useful I will be for them. I can stay alive by negotiating. None of you will be able to do the same. You're as meaningful as flies to them. You will be swatted without a second thought. Flies? You're even more disgusting than a fly, Jacob Rutland. And what is that supposed to mean, young lady? I don't remember ever being insulted like that. It wasn't much of it. I just said you're more disgusting than a fly. Don't play dumb, you creep. I know you're coming here as a client to this island's prostitution operation. And you have proof of that. I was just buying child organs. You can't call me a freak. Making baseless accusations does not behoove you, Akira Edgeworth. Stop, both of you. We should not be arguing right now. What? Ikeda, you're taking his side? I like him. Thanks, Jacob. I like him. I wasn't expecting any less from a shady detective. Would you marry a Cyclops if she fit all the other boxes? I mean, is a Cyclops a human being? That's kind of the biggest determining factor there. I mean, there is that disease you can get where they have they're born with one eye, right? Isn't that like a real thing? If somehow they had that disease, the other eye has just fallen out, then yeah, that's fine. She'll just wear a cute eye patch. Yes. If every other box is fit, yeah, obviously. No, I would never! She lost an eye in the war? No. Instantly disqualified, even though she's perfect in every other way. Now, if she's like this character and is also autistic, then it's a much harder question because, on one hand, you've got the disabled girl aesthetic. Very, you take care of her. But then on the other hand, that stuttering is going to drive me fucking crazy. I wasn't expecting, he knows a way to make a profit when he sees it. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm going to turn this down a tiny bit, even though I like these tunes. Just make her eat your shit to cure the autism. I don't like the idea of that, but that is actually how the science works. So I'll take that as a compliment. But Jacob, I don't consider your situation to be any different than ours. Just keep your big trap shut, man. Man, you should cooperate with us if you want to stay alive. What'd you say? How dare you talk to me that way? The time to negotiate with them has already ended. We should have noticed the changes in the mansion. They're already eliminating everyone on this island who could potentially become a witness. Eliminating witnesses. Jacob, you were wondering why there weren't many people on the mansion. You were referring to the prostitutes, right? Where'd they all go? It's not just them. The drivers who were hired, the janitor, the cook. Where could all the staff in this mansion have gone? Ooh. Thank you, Confox, for the gift sub. Appreciate it. Judging from all the blood we saw underground, it's very likely that everyone who's supposed to be up here has already been killed down there. Gotta say, that's 100% how it is in real life, too. How do you think the fucking Epstein Island got their satanic temple? They gotta get some contractors to build that shit, and then they kill them, obviously. Ew, was that all human blood after all? They were killed underground. That many employees? Don't be silly. The underground isn't that big. How could they fit that many employees down there? If they had done that, the public would have known about this island. The stink would have wafted from fucking middle of nowhere Aleutian Islands, Alaska, all the way to the shore. Certainly. What the fuck are you talking about, Jacob? I think they were very calculating. The status quo of the island was finally thrown in disarray with the murder of Sir Raymond. And the unlock code that the killer of Sir Raymond and Thomas has could have caused the mansion staff to act so recklessly. But what kind of code is that? I can't imagine. The fuck is the music doing now? It's spooking me. I can't imagine they would kill so many people just to get the unlock code in their hands. I have no idea, but it could be connected to the demon of Shironagasu Island. I don't think Yeoman would like the French. The French? No, the French are actually nice. Why? I like the French. I like the idea of the French. You know what I mean? Like the French were the eldest daughter of the church. They have some really cool shit. historically, like the Va-Day fighting against the French Revolution. Shit like that, that's cool as hell. But, you know, modern day France seems like not that great, like 90% of it. So, you know. But that 10%'s probably cool, maybe. The Catholics who still exist in France, you know, I'd like to go to Lourdes or something, but probably the rest isn't that great. No. So, yeah. That's what has been researched on this island. For some reason, that is why the unlock code is important. Modern day anything. Yeah, well, that is the problem, isn't it? An unlock code? I wonder if it's the password of some kind of program. For example, I forgot, this is the autistic woman. For example, I have to stutter more. For example, the unlock code of the nuclear missile. It must have been really important if they made them kill everyone. Why the fuck would Jeffrey Epstein have a nuclear launch code? That's ridiculous, autistic lady. I don't know. But the unlock, blackmail. But the unlock code the killer has is the only reason we're still alive. That code is our life insurance. If the killer hadn't had it, we would have been killed alongside the staff. I don't understand what he's fucking saying at all. Can somebody rewind this for me? What the fuck? Okay, so the unlock code that the killer of Sir Raymond and Thomas has caused the mansion staff to act so recklessly. It might have something to do... Okay, unlock code. I wonder if it's the password of some kind of program. Okay, whatever. I don't know, but the unlock code the killer has is the only reason we're still alive. The code is our life insurance. The killer hadn't had it, we would have been killed alongside the staff. That's the part that confuses me the most. I thought he was saying that the killer who killed Sir Raymond and Thomas... No, I don't understand. I don't understand. The mansion staff is trying to kill off everyone because this guy has an unlock code that will possibly leak some sort of information, right? But why would we have been killed alongside the staff? Oh, this is just a confusion with how they're saying things. We would have been killed alongside the staff, as in everyone would have been fucking killed if it wasn't for the higher-ups needing to get rid of the code. The staff believe the killer has the code, and they don't, and they need the code. Okay, I think that makes sense. The staff believe the killer is a guest. Yeah. Okay. They need the code. Got it. Okay. But then it killed alongside the staff. That's the part that doesn't make any sense. The staff is trying to kill everyone, but they can't because they need the code. Otherwise, they would have killed themselves. Huh? You see what I'm saying? It's like there's some layers here that I'm not fully... Jacob, do you understand our situation now? My name's not Jacob, but no, I don't. Darn. So they're using a machine to extract information from our minds. What a stretch! But yes, actually. A machine that can read memories from a brain. Does such a thing really exist? Yes. You won't be able to hide any secrets from that machine. They're going to catch us and connect us to the device one by one. I think they're using staff ambiguously. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think I understand. All right. Okay. So, yes, I get it. So there are the pedophile elites who own this island. They want to cover it up and kill everyone. But they believe that the killer, who they believe to be one of the guests, has a code that will leak information, or that is a nuclear launch code, or probably not leak information. Probably it's a code that is necessary. They need it to unlock something or to do something. They need that code for whatever it is. So they can't kill everyone, because if they did that, they wouldn't have the code anymore. So they didn't kill the staff, who they would have killed otherwise. Instead, they're getting the staff to help them to help them capture everyone on the island and hook them up into the brain scan machine to find out what the code is. They've already done that to me. Presumably they don't have the code, so either I'm not the killer, or, you know, somehow they didn't finish getting my brain, whatever. But that's, okay, I get it. That's what's going on. We won't be able to hide any secrets from that machine. They're going to catch us and connect us to that device one by one. They'll kill you if they find out they don't need you. Isn't that just peachy? So one of us is the killer. Wait, does that mean Thomas was already connected to the brain scan machine? Huh. He or she should just come for... Also, wait, does that mean Akira was already connected to the brain scan machine? They tried to kill her with a fucking black mamba. Also, wait, they tried to kill me with a black mamba and the autistic girl. Have we all been in the brain scan machine? Or did they know that it would only attack Akira? It did seem to only attack the small girls, which is weird. How do you train a snake to only attack small girls? I don't know, but they did. I guess it's possible, but that would mean they've already been in the machine. But that also happened inside of my memory simulation. So, okay, so one of us is the killer. He or she should just come forward. Honestly, good idea, Akira. Like, whoever's the killer, just let me know. Like, you're killing pedophiles. This seems like we all swear we're not some of the pedophiles. So, like, just come forward. If the killer doesn't cooperate, we'll all be killed. You won't be able to fight by yourself, right? Akira tries to appeal to the killer, but nobody speaks up. As I expected, nobody reacted. But what is the killer trying to achieve? While they were trying to use the unlock code to bargain with the people from the mansion, they also killed Thomas and Sir Raymond. I don't know exactly what their goal is, but my guess would be that it's revenge. Revenge? Well, considering that things have happened on this island, be many people who carry a grudge. It would be futile, though. Even if they had their revenge, they'd never make it off this island alive. They must be ready to accept that fate. I was just thinking about the children's book we saw earlier. I already made that connection, fucking idiot. Quick, shoot yourself in the head again. Oh, to test if I'm still in the machine? Does the machine read subconscious thoughts? Because memories can be planted deep into someone's consciousness to the point where they can't remember it themselves. Someone can be the key without even realizing it. Based on that, I'd say that so it could still be me. So their objective is definitely revenge, which is why they can't just torture them. Interesting. I don't think they were expecting to make it out of here alive, and were planning on killing everyone from the mansion. That strong determination is very obvious. But what would they do? No matter how skillful the killer is, they will not be able to get out of here. The odds wouldn't be in their favor. Or do they have another card up their sleeve? Well, after you've killed everyone on Pedophile Island, unless you believe the place is like haunted by children, which is possible. But if you don't believe in ghosts, then you just live on this cool island. It's not really cool, but once you kill everyone, then it'll be cool. The odds wouldn't be in their favor. Do they have another card up their sleeve? So what are we gonna do now? She's probably the killer. She's been very quiet this whole time. Or maybe her. I don't know. She's more likely, but I have no idea, honestly. The ship won't be back for quite some time, if it comes back at all. That's our conundrum. If one of us really is the killer, we should stay together in one room and keep an eye on each other. This way we can stay safe from the people of the mansion. They can't do anything, even if they know who the killer is. It'd be a long, drawn-out siege, and fatigue will set in. Oh, yeah, wait. No, yeah, they don't know who the killer is, though. They might know, but they probably don't know. That's especially the case when the other or else they wouldn't have to brain scan us, because then they would know. Right. That's especially the case when the other party consists of only a few people. There are more of us, so we should use that to our advantage. Ludicrous! Do you really expect me to stay in the same room as the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond? They could cut my head off while I'm sleeping. I think this, well, yeah, that's because you're a pedophile. Everyone else in this room is an actual fucking child. You're a child fucker. So yes, you are the only one here who should be worried. That's true. Because there are two adults in this room. One is the killer, and one is a pedophile. You should be concerned. Also her, I guess, who could be either. I don't know, actually. Well, no, probably not a pedophile. Well, maybe. Maybe unrelated pedophile. I don't know. This plan sounds extremely dangerous. Yeah, it sounds rather perilous. Still, it would make for some interesting engravings on your tombstone, Jacob. Akira's managed to destroy the mood even further with her sarcastic comment. I wasn't expecting Jacob would like this plan. If the killer's taking revenge for the past, then Jacob is likely their next target. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that, like, Jacob is definitely the most likely to be a fucking pedophile here. Knowing he's in the same room as the killer must be terrifying for him. But I still think that staying together in the same room would be the best way to ensure our mutual survival. Even if the killer did attack Jacob, doing so would reveal their identity. The killer is bold, but they also want to keep their identity a secret. By gathering in one place, you can rest assured that you won't be attacked, Jacob. You fool. You don't understand how they think. If we stay in one place and one of us is the killer, we'll all be slaughtered like lambs. The best, yeah, but you're the only one they want to kill. It's fucking stupid. What, are they going to kill a bunch of children? Think about it for 2 seconds, Jacob. Are they going to kill a bunch of children as revenge for people who fuck children? No, that doesn't make any sense, Jacob. They're just going to kill you. The best solution for me would be for all of you to stay in one place with the killer and don't leave the room. There's no need for me to be there. I'll have no part in this. I'll survive by myself. The rest of you can do as you please. Oh, bye, Jacob. Okay, bye. Jacob shouts at us and leaves the room. My plan will keep us alive. Jacob is free to do whatever he wants. See if I care. I hope he'll get killed in his own room. That would be karma. So what are we gonna do now? Are we just gonna stay in this room? Well, that would be the safest thing to do. The demon of Shironagasu Island is also out there. I like he's just gonna drink himself to death while we're all in here. The next person that leaves the room with Jacob is the killer confirmed. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously. But, with that thing also on the loose, being alone would be extremely dangerous. Can I go back to my room as well? Alex! You're clearly you're gonna suffocate Jacob with your giant ass! Don't do this! Huh? Weren't you paying attention? I just said it's dangerous to be alone. I realize that, but the thought of being in the same room as the killer scares me. Alex, you were so fucking suspicious! I would feel safer locking myself in my room. Huh, well, I can't force you to stay. He's clearly the killer! But please call me if anything happens. I'll also let you know if anything happens over here. So you're just leaving like that? What if that monster kills you? You haven't seen that creature, so you don't know how terrifying it is, Alex. I'll be careful. See ya. Well, I have a hunch. You can force him. You're a police-ish guy. Yeah, I can force everyone to follow my orders because I'm not the police, but I can't force him to stay here because I'm not the police. I don't understand this at all. Do you know what this means? This is exactly what the criminal wants, for us to be separated. Well, everyone has their own ideas and circumstances. Hey, I almost feel bad for asking, but can I go back to my room too? Well, what the fuck does it matter now? What?! I'm not saying I'll stay in my room. I just want to go back to gather some things. I'll come back here as soon as I'm ready. Well, I mean, she could be the killer. It could be. That's still suspicious. That would be fine. As long as someone doesn't die, someone go with you just in case. Ah, smart. Well, for doing that, I'd like to go back to my room as well. Gisele also wants to go back, don't you, Gisele? Yes, you're right. If we're going to be staying here, I would like to bring some things as well. In that case, will the two of you come with me? Considering the situation, going alone would be too scary. Let's just pray that we won't run into that creature. Well, I probably won't be able to come here. The bridge has been blocked off. We'll go back to our rooms right away. Bye, everyone. We're happy that plan fucking lasted long. From what I've seen, I don't think the monster will have any problem getting here, even if the bridge is blocked off. It might be able to move along the wall? Question mark? Yeah, we saw it in the window, so I think they'll all be killed if they run into it. You could have said that before they left. Should be okay, at least that's what I'd like to believe. You just blocked your own escape route, really. Yeah. To be honest, I actually wanted to be alone with you. What? Whoa. Akira, she's like fucking 16. I feel bad for taking advantage of this opportunity. I don't like that sentence either. What? What's this about? What are you gonna do? Something perverted? Don't do it, I'll scream. Now I'm stuttering. Don't be such an idiot. I want you to help me figure out who the killer could be. I'm worried about what other people from the mansion are up to, but I can't overlook that there's a killer among us. I'm not sure who the killer might be, so I want to pick your brain. The killer's motive, it certainly seems important, but, I haven't been able to hear Riel and Alex's testimony, so I can't really narrow down the list of suspects who might have murdered Thomas. What do you mean? It's probably Riel or Alex. I couldn't really ask Alex for his testimony when we were underground. Why? What? What is the underground stop testimony? What does that mean? You can only make some educated guesses until you've heard from everyone. I guess that's all we can do for now. We need to think about it. What? What was that scream just now? It sounded like a woman's scream. I definitely heard that. Darn! Could something have happened already? Naneko, stay in this room! You don't need to tell me that. Well, wait a fucking second. You should stay here as well. I'm scared we're all gonna die. Don't say that. Just scream if anything happens. If I hear you scream, I'll be back here pronto. Good, but you have to scream even louder when it's for real. See you in a bit. As soon as I step outside, I hear Naneko's screams coming from her room again. I think she's just trying to get my attention, so I ignore her. Oh, fuck. Shit. I'm gonna save. That seems bad. The scream I just heard is more important. Where did it come from? Akira and the others went upstairs a minute ago. Does that mean the scream came from the second floor? I guess I should take a look there first. Poor Naneko. Yeah, she's fucking immediately dead. Oh my, what's with that strange expression? Did something happen? Are you alright? Did any of you scream? Scream? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear someone scream? I haven't heard any screaming either. I was just in my room until now. Perhaps I couldn't hear it inside there? I was in the hallway, but I didn't hear anything. Gisele's in her room. Maybe it was just the wind? No, it was definitely a scream. Anyway, you should go back to your rooms and be careful. Something strange is happening. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's extremely dangerous out. We need to all stick together. Oh shit. Something dangerous seems to happen. We all should split up now. Huh? Huh? What do you mean? Are you trying to scare me? Whatever, I'll just stay in my room with Gisele for now. But I expect you to contact me once the coast is clear. I'll contact you as soon as I know what's happening. Be careful, Akira. So it didn't come from the second floor, unless they're fucking lying. But only Naneko, Alex, and I are staying on the ground floor. Ah, Alex killed somebody. But that was the scream of a woman. Jacob screams like a woman. What could that mean? What's going on? No, wait, or Gisele is dead? No, wait, I should talk to Alex. He might be able to shine a light on this. Alex, open up! It's me, Sandy Keita. I want to talk to you about this scream I just heard around here. That's weird. There's no response. Did something happen here, too? Did they kill the maid? Darn. I guess I'll just have to let myself in. Please don't be another corpse inside. Alex is also naked? Why? Okay. It's pretty standard Japanese anime style for us to walk in on a girl showering, but I don't really know about where we're going now. Hey, Alex, guess he's not here? I don't see him in the bedroom. Still, the scream was so loud I could hear it in my room. Alex must have heard it too. I'm sure something happened. Something strange about it. He's just practicing screams in the shower. I get it. The scream of a woman that no one else could hear. Could it be Aurora? No, I shouldn't think. No, because you're not in the simulation anymore, you fucking idiot. What? I shouldn't think about her for the time being, but I'm still confused about that. Clearly. In any case, where could Alex be? What's going on? His jacket and trousers are lying on the bed. Is he taking a bath? Well, at least he's was able to rub two brain cells together this time and realize that that's what that implies. Hey, Alex, you alright? Daijoubu desu ka? I'm coming in. Excuse me? Excuse me? Hold up. Wait a second. Excuse me? Wait. Wait. Is this a reverse trap or a cross-dressing man? And also, why? Why? Why in your Jeffrey Epstein game do you put a trap in it? Or a reverse trap? Those were not documents, those were glutes. What a twist! She question mark actually did have a massive ass. Huh? What the? So you're fine after all. Sorry to barge in all of a sudden. What are you looking at? What do you want? Get out! Sorry, my bad. I'll get out of your hair, but I need to ask you some questions when you have the time. He's very calm about this situation. Yes, alright, but get out of here first. Okay. Well, whatever rocks his boat. Whatever rocks his boat. I don't think he wanted me to see him like that. Okay, so it is a dude still? It's a dude. Is it? Ikeda is so unfazed. He's so just like, Ikeda has clearly seen some things during his mercenary times. He must have been fighting in fucking Iraq or something. What country is it where they fuck kids? Afghanistan? I'm sorry, Iraqis or Afghanis, if I've misidentified you as child fuckers, but I know somewhere in that area there's child fuckers that the U.S. Army defends. I don't think he wanted me to see him like that. I would never have thought Alex was into cross-dressing, but he appeared to be very nervous. I guess he hasn't told anyone? I guess I shouldn't pressure him into talking about it. Keita, are you still there? Yeah, I'm here. I want to talk about something. And I don't think you are, but you're not having any weird thoughts right now. Huh? Weird? What? What could be weird about this situation, huh? Never mind. Should I tell him that I couldn't care less about things like that? Because I'm not gay? He's so anxious. So anxious. Thank you, Confox, for another sub. The black mambas he got bit by must have been cross-dressers. This guy's got quite a fucking background. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Huh? Did you see it? What? The feminine penis? What are you fucking referring? My secret! Stop! Wait, he wants to talk about that? What should I say? I don't want to hurt his feelings. You looked great! I didn't see anything. Everybody has a secret. I don't know if everybody has a secret like that, my dude. My secret is I go outside naked to sun my balls. I don't have a secret like fucking I have a feminine penis. Everybody has a secret. Everyone has 1 or 2 skeletons in their closet. Huh? Well, I did try to keep this a secret, but I meet a lot of people just like you in my line of work. What the fuck? What? Mercenaries meet a lot. What? How? What the fuck is the mercenary job like? I meet a lot of cross-dressers in the mercenary line of work. So don't worry about it. I see. Must be so hard for them, selecting clothes. No idea. I don't know all the details. But it's probably not easy. Of course. When I went to a nice boutique to buy those kind of clothes, I was so nervous. I'm sure you were. I just like the way girls look. So it is a dude. It's 100% a dude. It's 100% a dude. It's 100% a dude. I like the way girls look. So, well, yes, that's true. I also don't like wearing pants. I almost never wear them. What? Shouldn't you be wearing them? What? Why? Shouldn't you wear... Wait, what? Huh? What's the confusion here? What? Shouldn't you be wearing pants? It might not be legal to... I don't think that's the case. I just wear what I want to wear. I don't mind, but as long as you don't go outside without any. Huh? I actually never wear them, even when I'm outside. What? Huh? What? Is that so? Weren't you wearing pants just now? I really don't think he should be doing that. He might even get arrested. Huh? I see. Well, I understand your he means underwear. Maybe. I think they mean underwear. I think somehow they translated pantsu, which means panties, into pants. Because if you didn't know Japanese, you might assume that, or it's a British translation, and they mean pants in the British way as underwear. Either way. I don't know. Well, I understand your situation. They're saying they don't wear underwear. Got it. I understand what difficulties you might be facing. Feel free to ask me if you ever have any problems. Problems? Well, I certainly don't like to dress like a man. If I could, I'd wear a skirt all the time. But I certainly don't have any problems. Good to hear. Here's a free piece of advice. You'll be in trouble if you get caught by the police. Make sure to leave whenever things get rowdy, alright? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I be in trouble with the police? I've been thinking about this for a while now. I don't think we're on the same page. Are you misunderstanding something? I don't think so. You said you never wear panties, even when you're outside, didn't you? So you have to avoid the... Oh, maybe it's ambiguous in Japanese. But it's not ambiguous in English, so it doesn't really work. Oh, so you have to avoid the police. What? 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 I didn't say that at all. Who told you that ridiculous lie? You pervert. What? You told me you don't like wearing pants and that you even go outside without wearing any. You idiot. I said pants as in trousers. I don't go outside without wearing panties. Did you imagine that, you pervert? Ah, in countries like Japan and England, people refer to underwear as pants, so I must have misunderstood what you meant. I'm relieved to hear that you wear underwear while cross-dressing. Cross-dressing? What are you talking about? I'm a girl! What? But that means you are cross-dressing. What? You were wearing women's underwear, so I thought I wear women's underwear because I'm a girl. That means you're cross-dressing, though. I have perfectly shaped boobs as well. How could you miss that, you idiot? Perfect boobs. Duh. Alright, I wouldn't call them perfect, but take a close look. I have breasts, don't I? I'm a girl, you know? Huh. Honestly, I'm not sure I can tell. Yes, those certainly are breasts. So you were a girl this whole time. Well, to be honest, I still don't know if she really has breasts or not. They're not exactly eye-popping. I must say, not say those words out loud because I'd be dead if I did. I wanted to tell you I was a girl from the beginning, but how could you misunderstand that, Akira? You're the worst detective I've ever met. Don't harass me now that you know I'm a girl. Don't say stupid things. Anyway, I'm sorry for not realizing you were a female. My apologies. I will accept your apologies, but really, don't come near me. Not closer than 2 meters. I'll scream if you do. Alright, whatever. But now that you mention it, I heard a scream a little while ago. Oh, yes, I'd completely forgotten about that. Oh, that was me screaming. A creature appeared outside my window when I was taking a shower. And then I continued to just take a shower and not do anything. But why? I don't understand. What? Huh? What is this twist? A creature? The demon of Shironagasu Island? That might have been it. It looked like the one in the painting. It didn't look like a natural creature. To be honest, I still don't know what that thing is yet. You know, I'd like to point out that I said early on that almost every single character in this game is a fucking high school girl, except the one high school boy, the one like 20-something or 30-something girl, and the pedophile. But now, one of those 3 exceptions has been shown to be just another high school-age girl. So, what I'm saying is, be on the lookout for what Jacob is going to be revealed as soon. To be honest, I still don't know what that thing is. For now, it is likely humanoid biological weapons which have been researched at this mansion. Humanoid biological weapons? Do they exist? You have to see it to believe it, but you saw it with your own eyes, didn't you? I did see it, but I couldn't believe my eyes. I wasn't sure it was real. Well, it'd be safer for all of us to stay together from now on. Looks like being by yourself is dangerous after all. Yes, you're right. Having seen that, I don't want to be alone. By the way, Alex, I'd like to ask you some more questions. Your answers may affect our future. Huh? What a weird fucking way to phrase that. Sure, anything I can do to help. About pretending to be a man. So you came to this island pretending to be a man. Why did you do that? I hid the fact that I was going to this island from my family. Because I often went to social gatherings, I was afraid they would become suspicious if I used my real name and didn't disguise myself. Wait. Was he afraid that his family was also going to go to Epstein Island and would realize it was him? Her? Or what's the implication there? Once you leave the island, you don't have to keep pretending to be a dude if the family's not there. So you changed your name and appearance. What's your real name? Lily Alexandria Werner. I see, Lily. Your middle name is Alexandria, which is where Alex came from, right? You're real fucking creative. Only my relatives know my middle name. I was afraid I'd be found out if I chose an entirely new name, so I went with Alex. My grandmother used to call me that. I'll keep your real name a secret. I'll continue to call you Alex, at least until we get off this island. Thanks, I appreciate that. I don't understand. But you can continue to call me Alex even if we escape. Alright, Alex. But you played the part of a man really well. It's weird to be complicated. Yeah, other than your fucking massive ass, I had no suspicion. I'm glad I pretended to be a man. Actually, I had met Akira a couple times before. That was quite some time ago. She doesn't seem to remember it now. Wait, fucking tell me about that. It was a close call then. If Akira notices you're a woman, your cover would be blown. Your cover to who? I don't understand! That's why I don't want to talk too much to her. If she asks too many questions, she might realize who I really am. That's why I didn't stay in your room and came back here. I didn't want to be around her. It certainly would be risky. If you were to spend a lot of time in a room together, she might notice something about you. If she saw me like you did earlier, my life would be over. But I didn't expect to be spied on in my own room, though. Wait a minute, I didn't mean to spy on you. Don't get angry, it wasn't on purpose. But it's true, I can't trust a shady detective like you. Why are you still in her room while she has her pants off? I don't know why she's not fucking putting pants on, although she did say how much she doesn't like wearing pants, so I don't understand. Why are you being so hostile to me? My reputation might not be so sparkly clean, but that can't make you hate me that much. Is there any particular reason? There's no particular reason, but I read bad things about you in the newspapers. You read fucking newspapers? Alex, do you really believe those lies? You've seen what I did, right? What you did was spying on me. Looks like I've hit a nerve. I guess I don't think you're as bad as the newspapers make you out to be, but I'm still keeping an eye on you. Well, I'll just have to gain your trust then. Tell me more about why the fuck you're doing that. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't think I understand why. So, she pretended to be a dude to hide her identity, but then she said it was from her family? So does that mean her family is a bunch of pedophiles that would show up on this island? Or what? Why did she continue to pretend to be a man when she got on the island? But then she also said that Akira knew who she was, so she's hiding from Akira. But why am I not asking about Akira? Why am I not asking, like, how the fuck do you know Akira? I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, Akira is Scottish, and you're American. So what, you know what I mean? Like, where did you meet each other? Why the fuck, what's going on? Tell me about the murder. Alex, it's almost like you're just doing this for fun, you fucking freak. Could you tell me what you were doing before Thomas was murdered? Before Thomas was murdered? Let's see. Abby the maid told me that the meal was ready, so I just went to the dining hall. Can you tell me a little more about that? For example, were the iron doors of the bridge open or closed? Can you remember? The iron doors. I believe they were closed. I remember that the wheels were so heavy that my fingers hurt. I see. So they were closed. Did you stop anywhere else on your way there? I didn't. I went straight to the dining hall. You went to the dining hall after Gisele, didn't you? I think so. I recall that Akira and Gisele had arrived before me. Did you notice anything else? Like something unusual in the corridor or on the bridge? Something like an incendiary device or a device that you didn't recognize? An incendiary device? No, I don't recall there being anything like that in particular. The corridor and the bridge were exactly the same as before. Oh, the bridge was still very wet. So wet that I was afraid I might slip. Nothing unusual, huh? In other words, if the killer planted any devices there, it was after Alex had gone to the dining hall, he says out loud to himself while Alex is right here. Was that helpful in any way? Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. The more information I get, the further the mystery deepens. He's a liar. Why would he lie like that? Weren't we investigating someone screaming like they were being murdered? Why are we spending this much time with a woman? Well, because she screamed and then just continued to take her shower. I don't really understand that part still. No, I'm sure one of the guests is lying. If I proceed with my investigation, I'll definitely uncover the truth. Okay, I also want to know more about what happened after Thomas's body was found. Did Alex's granny, the one who brought child parts, bring her kids along for her surgery trip? No, apparently she just told stories about it. Even small details matter. When Thomas's body was found, you're talking about the murder on the bridge, right? I remember that... No, the other murder! What the fuck are you talking about? You were talking... I remember when Thomas was murdered a different time. I remember that Akira and Gisele left the dining room first, so I thought it would be better if I wait for a little bit before returning to my room. I didn't want to run into Akira, so I left the hall with Riel after Jacob. That was when I found out about the murder. That's all I remember. Did you sense anything strange, no matter how trivial? I was quite upset at the time, so I would probably have overlooked anything unusual. Come to think of it, you told me to look after Naneko, so I was with her the entire time. How was Naneko doing that time? Her face was pale, her long black hair was very messy, and she smelled a little bit bad. Smelly fucking neat. She was like a debilitated animal. I couldn't hear it well, but she was talking something in a delirium. I see. Alex doesn't mince words. Do all billionaires behave the same way? Do all billionaires cross-dress? Come to think of it, probably. Someone told me that the stone... That's why Bill Gates got his divorce. Told me the stone bridge was warm at the time. Did you notice anything? He is a programmer, after all. Think about it. Don't think about it. The stone bridge. Come to think of it, it certainly was. I felt it when I was looking after Naneko, but it was only for a moment. Besides, everything was so confusing, so I thought I just imagined it. So the bridge was warm after all. There has to be a reason for that. Does it have anything to do with Thomas's murder? I'm fucking getting dyslexia, dude. I don't know right now. But I don't think it's just a coincidence. There has to be a reason for it. If one of the guests is the killer, then who could it be? I thought it was you, but apparently you were just hiding the fact that you cross-dress. About earlier, can you tell me exactly what happened when you saw the demon of Shironagasu Island? Bill Gates literally had week-long vacations with his first wife after remarrying. Thank you, Hal, for another gift sub. Yeah, Bill Gates also is like confirmed to have been on Epstein Island to tie into the game we're playing right now. My knees are still shaking. When I was taking a shower, hey, no funny thoughts, you hear? I wasn't having any. You were saying? When I was taking a shower, I looked out the window. It was so dark I could hardly see anything outside except for the moonlight reflected off the rolling waves. Suddenly that creature appeared in front of me. It was upside down, too, like a lizard sticking to the window, and those big eyes stared at me. That was when I screamed. I immediately crawled out of the bathroom. Crawled? Why crawled? After a while, I decided to peek into the bathroom, and the monster was gone. When I finally calmed down, I thought I could have been imagining things, but it was so real. As I was thinking about what to do, a peeping Tom appeared. Peeping Tom? Who could that have been? Are you serious? What, no sense of humor? I should tone my sense of humor down. She might kill me otherwise. Pervert. No one's ever seen me in my underwear except you. It's no big deal. Not the end of the world. I shouldn't say that out loud. Otherwise, there'll be a third murder. Well, anyway, that's when I saw the creature. That was very helpful. I guess. Tell me more about pretending to be a man. No, never mind. About earlier. However, that means that monster is still somewhere around this building. Don't say that. I can't even imagine. Naneko also said she saw the demon of Shironagasu Island out of the window of her room. It hasn't touched any of us, though. What does it want? Does it run around scaring people? It's just playing pranks, bro. It behaves as though it's looking for something. Looking for something? I'm not sure, but it's possible. Perhaps it's received an order to find a target and then liquidate that person. Do you mean it's trying to kill someone? Then it's dangerous. Calm down, it's only a guess. It's a fish. Throw salt at it. Does salt kill fish? It's not a fucking snail. If you just, like, caught a fish out of the ocean and then throw salt on it, it's not gonna die, right? I mean, it'll die from being out of the ocean, but I think there's a purpose behind its behavior. We should gather in one place and prepare for the worst, like you said. I'm really scared. You're right. You are really scared. You're correct. You want to talk about that again? I'd rather not. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that again. However, the bigger picture is gradually becoming clearer, as I've been able to gather a lot of information already. When you find out who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond, what are you going to do? To be honest, I haven't decided yet, but under these circumstances, I'll have to ask for their help. I don't know if they'll cooperate with us, though. It'll be tastier, I guess, okay. As Jacob said, the killer might not listen to reason. I just hope we don't all get killed. Yes, hopefully this killing spree has already ended. Anyway, have you decided what you're going to do next? Maybe put some pants on, lady? I'll change into my male clothes and then head to your room. I'm a bit nervous being around Akira, but in that case, I'll go back to my room now. I'm also a little worried about Naneko. Will you be alright by yourself for a short while? Only changing my clothes. I guess I'll be fine. I'll head out as soon as I'm ready. Let me know if anything goes wrong. Scream like you did earlier, and I'll run to you. I should be able to hear your voice. You're making that promise a lot. What if they all scream at once? Geesh. Thanks, but I'll be fine. Oh, come to think of it. Yes? Earlier, when we were shown to our rooms, I tried to talk to you, didn't I? Oh, I believe you did. What was that about? Actually, shortly after I was shown to my room, I heard some kind of moaning coming from this hallway. It was so quiet that I thought I was imagining things. I remember that. So I tried to ask you about it. Right, I couldn't talk to you at that time because of a really stupid emergency. Very quiet moans, huh? To tell you the truth, I also heard something like that. A moaning so quiet I thought I'd imagined it. Could it be connected to the murder? Maybe. I'll try to figure out what that was. If you remember anything else, please let me know. Yeah, alright. By the way, I don't know if I should ask you this, but is dressing like a man difficult? What the fuck do you mean is dressing like a man difficult? You don't know, Ikeda? What the fuck do you dress like? Well, it certainly takes a lot of time. I put shoulder pads in my jacket to make me look like a man as much as possible. You're a fucking skinny bitch, though. it still looks like you look like a twink. You don't look like a dude. I mean, I guess kind of, you do look like a dude, but like, it doesn't look like you're wearing shoulder pads, definitely. Also, I have to act like one. I see. It certainly appears to be a hassle. Especially, you have to flatten your chest as much as possible, or people will find out you're a girl. That must be hard, right? Huh? Alex appears to be upset. Did I say something wrong? No, I don't think I did. I don't have to do anything about my chest. The Japanese really like this joke. I didn't know it was possible for a culture to love one joke, like one particular joke. But this is like the Japanese joke. This is their national joke, is this woman has small breasts. What? No, you're kidding. It's like a part of Japanese culture. If you don't flatten your chest, people will find out you're a girl. I bet you have some tricks up your sleeves, am I right? What? I didn't do anything at all to my chest, but nobody noticed anything. This shady detective really says interesting things. You don't say. Is Alex that flat-chested? To be honest, I didn't think her breasts were that large in the first place. So she could pretend to be a man without having to do anything about her chest? Oops. Oh boy, this is bad. Get out, scumbag detective. Get out! Ouch. I am forced out with a strong push. But the doors open inwards, don't they? Guess I had that coming. They say being a woman is not easy. I'll keep that in mind. But she's trying to be a man. Anyway, I found out what the scream was and heard Alex's testimony. I should hurry up and return to my room. Otherwise, Neko's gonna die of shock. It's me. I like how he just fucking teleported there. I've solved the mystery of the scream. Are you alright? I'm coming in. Please don't be dead. Please don't be taking a shower again. Where's Naneko? Naneko, are you hiding? I'm here. Why are you in such a cramped space? Ikeda, you took your sweet time. You gotta be kidding me. I was just thinking of good ways to kill you. I know I took my time. Don't be so angry. I had no choice. Taking you with me would have been much more dangerous. What if I was killed in this room? Well, I'll complain about that later. So what was that scream? That scream, that was just my imagination. What? That's not true. I heard it too. You said so yourself. Let's just pretend that's all it was for now. The scream itself has nothing to do with our current... Why not just tell her that, like, Alex cross-dresses, don't tell anybody, you fucking autist. It wasn't a big deal either, so I'll just forget about it for now. I won't be able to understand why unless you let me know what happened. I guess I promised that. I'll let you know about it when we all get off the island safely. I don't like this one bit. Well, as long as it wasn't anything important, but still. Did anything strange happen here? For instance, something strange appearing outside. I didn't see anything like that. I've been here a long time, and I've only been looking at the ground. She's a retard. She's like an actual retard. The fish monster has done pooped Naneko out and is looking for its next victim. Because I took so long? Nah, she's fine. She put the shoulder pads on their ass instead of the shoulders. Makes sense. Tell her Alex screams like a girl. I mean, yeah, I guess that's an explanation. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would make... You're not lying. She does scream like a girl because she's a girl. I wouldn't know if there was anything strange. Anyway, don't talk about such scary things. I guess it's okay to rest a bit for now. But I'd better be on my guard. Alex saw the creature, after all. I wonder if Akira and the others are alright. If someone was screaming on the second floor, I wouldn't be able to hear them from here. Eek, ek. The phone. It's probably Akira. Ikeda speaking. Judging from the steadiness of your voice, you have managed to calm down after your earlier misadventures. A heavily distorted voice. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yes. Fuck yes, dude. Hell yeah. You only needed to say the word. I'll take that as my cue. This can only be one person. Is that you, wizards? I was waiting for you to call again. I would like to suggest an exchange of information. I want to know everything about what happened underground, not just the vague details you gave to others. Tell me, and I'll give you some useful information in return. Darn. What useful information? Wizards won't reveal their identity, but I have an idea who they might be. I'll just have to flush them out myself. I press the mute button on the phone. Ah! Why'd you scream? Shout out of the blue! You idiot, are you trying to give me a heart attack? Shh, be quiet. Don't make a sound. Once Naneko has finished her little tantrum, I unmute the phone. Wizards must have noticed the audio is muted, but they probably won't know what I just did. I'm sure I couldn't hear my voice from the phone. What? I'm sure I couldn't hear my voice from the phone, in quotation. What the fuck? What? I'm sure I couldn't hear my voice from the phone. What? What? I don't understand what that... What? Hey, wizards, let's stop playing games. I can't trust you if you're... Oh! Well, what the fuck was the quotation marks? That's the confusing part. What he's saying is he couldn't hear his voice from the phone. So he shouted, didn't hear it through Wizards' receiver, so obviously he's not that close to where Wizards is. Got it. That makes sense. The quotations don't make any fucking sense. But okay. Let's stop playing games. I can't trust you if you continue to hide your identity like this. The way things are going, we're all going to become fish food. As I said before, our relationship is only mutually beneficial when our interests coincide. I will not become more involved than I have to. You're quite obstinate. Maybe I should just reveal your identity. Are you threatening me? Are you saying that you refuse to cooperate with me? I didn't say I wouldn't cooperate with you. I'm just saying that I don't want to have a one-sided relationship. Trust is built on an equal footing. I don't think our current relationship is very healthy. Yeoman actual small brain. No, but that fucking quotation mark doesn't make any sense at all.
Here's what I believe, and it concerns you as well. If my identity is revealed, something bad will definitely happen to you. And, of course, to that sweet girl as well.
Well, it appears we're at an impasse. My answer won't change, wizards. I'll reveal your identity. I'll be the one making our next phone call.
This is my final warning. Do not attempt to reveal my identity.
So selfish. Looks like I'll need to take care of this issue first. I don't know who the fuck this is. I mean, I could make a guess, but alright. Neko, I want you to find out who Wizards is. Oh, we're just gonna ask her! Okay, nice bluff, dude. Time to use your abilities. I don't know, should we do that? They must have their reasons for not revealing their identity. An undercover investigator, a killer, a mysterious monster, what the people from the mansion are trying to do. Everything is unclear. I have to at least uncover something. I have to solve these mysteries one by one. For starters, I want to know who Wizards is. I'm sure they left some clues. We just have to use those to discover their identity. Clues? Were there any? First, take a look at this. Is this a list of suspects? But why are there so many names on it? Why am I on here? Why is this girl who doesn't exist on here? Beginning by narrowing down the suspects from scratch is an ironclad rule. In fact, I've had several cases where someone least expected was the culprit. In that case, I don't mind being on the list, but you also included yourself, Thomas, who is dead, by the way, and even Aurora, who doesn't even exist. Any possibility is worth considering, no matter how absurd it may be. Alright, so who do you think Wizards is? I've narrowed it down to quite a few people, but I still don't have anything conclusive. It is so fucking hot in here. I am actually dripping sweat. I just felt like it was dripping down from my face onto my arm, and I was wondering what the fuck that was, and it's my sweat. It is so hot in here, and I have not drank any water all day. This is like going into a sauna during a dry fast. That's not a good idea, I would imagine. But I have no solution to this. Don't be surprised if the stream ends early because I need to go, die or retake water or, salt or something. Very Finnish example of you. Saunas are cool, dude. I want a sauna in my house. How is this possible in Hyperborea? I'm in the roof, and the roof room is very fucking hot because there's no air conditioning. I can't open the windows because I'm screaming all the time during a stream, and it's something else I don't remember. And the sun is beating down on this top part, and air's not getting in. So it's just fucking. Please do take care of yourself. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. If I start dying, then I'll stop. I've narrowed it down to quite a few people, but I still don't have anything conclusive. They've covered their tracks well. Considering the points in time when Wizards contacted you, several people can be excluded. And also, why did you suddenly scream so loudly? I want to see if I could hear my voice on the other side of the line. So did you hear anything? Strangely, I could not hear my voice on the other side. I see. So it's not Alex. Because Alex is like next door, right? This will narrow down the list of suspects. However, it isn't decisive. Also, what does Wizards mean in the first place? Perhaps it doesn't mean anything in particular. It could just be a code name. No! I heard them pause briefly when I asked them to give me a code. Hey! Oh yeah, there's no message being read out loud, I forgot. There's no one I would rather be homeless with, buddy. Yeah, thanks, Dalton, for the sub. Yeah, I've already mentioned, but if you weren't here before, in 2 weeks, this is actually a good time because there's a lot of people in the stream right now. This is a good time to mention this. In 2 weeks, there will be a slight stream hiatus because I will be homeless for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. I will be living out of my car. More likely, I'm going to be camping because then it's not illegal. So I'm just going to be camping and parking my car somewhere, and in 8 days, not 2 weeks. You're correct. No. 8 days is when I'll become homeless, but I wouldn't be streaming in 8 days. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll be able to stream. The point at which it will interrupt a stream is in 2 weeks, I think, unless I got that wrong. Wait. Because, yeah, so on Sunday, so I'll be able to stream next Saturday. as normal. I'll probably be able to stream that Sunday. That could go either way, actually. Maybe not. But then after that, yeah, so that Monday I won't be streaming, and then the next week after that. So yeah, there will be a slight hiatus. Yeah, I guess in like 8 days. Because I'll be homeless. But it's fine. I'm just gonna like do gas station showers and eat trash and just shit like that. Maybe I'll film it. Yoma's gonna show us how to skin a roadkill deer in the wild. Although I won't do that until I'm in my house, ironically. I think they probably came up with that in a spur of the moment. In other words, the name Wizards is not their regular code name. Then how did they come up with that name? Wizards, as in sorcerer. But isn't that kind of weird that the name is plural? Wizards, not wizard. Naneko, does wizards ring a bell? Top-level hackers are referred to as wizards. There's also an NBA team called the Washington Wizards. I can't believe that the Washington Wizards is a real team. It is, of course, but in the sperm of the moment. Ra is plural in Japanese. Yeah, like oira, right? Isn't that oira or omaira? What are the other ones? Or you could add, what is it? Tachi? Machi? Tachi. You can add Tachi to the end of it. I don't know why you're giving me this information, but thanks. Also, it's not exactly the same word, but there's a Wither Hill mountain range in New Zealand. There's also a brand of white wine called Wither Hills. Wither Hills? What the fuck does that have to do with wizards? A wine brand. Is it a well-known brand? Akira. Yeah, but that's a bit of a stretch. I don't know, dude. Is it a well-known wine brand? Also, if anyone, I think at least one person here has played this game, not the person who just said that, I don't think. But if anyone has played this game, you are not allowed to reveal anything, ever. Never. Don't say fucking anything, alright? Just making sure you realize. No, it's not very popular. It's not expensive either. It's just regular wine brand. Wither Hills. They must have thought of something and then came up with wizards. Perhaps they unconsciously used words of places or things close to them. Is that an important clue for uncovering their identity? What, they live in Washington? What are you fucking talking about? So what's the name based on? Sorcerers, hackers, wine, the NBA. No, wait. Maybe. Do you know who the Wizards is? If my power of deduction is correct, then who? Who of these people is Wizards? Tell me. Okay. Let's do what he wants us to do. Let's go one by one. Could it be Ikeda? That's stupid. That's fucking me. Dumb. Okay? So not Ikeda. Alright? Wait, actually, let me do this better so that we can actually, what's a good, I need an image. Someone send me an image real quick. Any image. Any funny image. Do you have a funny image you could send me? I could just use more of the, ass pocket man. But, I just send me an image, please. Does anyone have an image? Send it on Discord. Quick. Now. If no one does it, I'll just have to find my own, but I don't have anything. What do I have saved on my computer that I can use to cover things up? Oh, wait, I never showed you this. Apparently this is what the main character of this game looks like. This is from the Steam trading card, by the way. So, just so you know, important information. Nobody sent me a fucking image. Alright, I'll find one. Fine, see if I fucking won't. Let me see what I have saved on my computer recently. Fuck, I don't have fucking anything. Oh, of course. There it is. He'll be our guide. So, I can use this to cross these out. So, Ikeda? No. Akira. Wait, did that actually... Wait, what? Copy. Okay. Well, Naneko. Naneko? No fucking way. That's stupid as shit. Alright. Who else? What do we know about? Is it a spoiler to say Epstein didn't kill himself? And, no, everybody knows that. That's like fucking Star Wars spoilers or something. Aurora doesn't exist. Ah, fuck, I didn't copy it. What? Oh, it copied over there. Okay, Naneko, Aurora, none of those make sense. Thomas is actually dead, so that one doesn't really make a lot of sense. What else? So, who is the guy who's been feeding me information, who is trying to take down probably this pedophile ring, or maybe just investigate it, or whatever? Who is likely working for the CIA? So we've got okay, let's just think, right? Akira is probably not. What the reasoning being that you wouldn't send. Oh wait, hackers, multiple, plural. Akira and Gisele working together. Fuck, that's possible, I guess. Huh. We got the call right after we left Alex, so it could be Alex, technically. Riel called us immediately after Wizards called, which could be a double bluff. That's fucking intense. Yeah, that's true, actually. What are my reasons for thinking that any of them couldn't possibly be? I mean, so... Who's Abigail again? Isn't that the fucking maid? It's not the maid, right? No, it's clearly not the maid. It couldn't be the maid. The maid tried to kill me and was like brainwashing me, sucking information out of my head. Like, there's no reason why she'd be part of the CIA, even though that's the kind of thing the CIA does. Doesn't the scream check rule out Alex? Ah, yes, of course. So Alex is ruled out. Who else is on my floor? It's just Alex, right? All the girls are up. Who's upstairs? Because possible it could be them. Riel is upstairs. Akira's upstairs. Gisele's upstairs. I believe Jacob's actually on my floor. And Vincent's the fucking the janitor. I suppose it could be him. But it's not Jacob. Jacob's on my floor. So that leaves Akira, Gisele, Riel, and Vincent. I really don't think it's Vincent. I'm trying to think what Vincent has done in the past. Vincent has been... Vincent's been... He was there. He played the record for the guy who was killed, for the owner of this place. There's no way he's the CIA. I mean, if Vincent is the CIA, they're in so deep to this fucking place, which is, I guess, actually 100% possible. Wizards wanted us to believe the killer was a guest, right? That would make sense if he himself wasn't a guest. Interesting. So, Gisele is very suspicious, but the fact that they're with Akira makes me think that they kind of vouch for each other, but at the same time, it's wizards, plural. What about the name scheme, right? They said, let's go back. Can I go back and... Yeah, alright. So, what do we know about the name, right? We know that they paused before they gave me the name. I like how now I just have a bunch of fucking Domino's Pizza guys on the screen. They paused briefly before giving the name. So they likely came up with the name on the spot. Okay, so first possibility, are any of these people fucking sorcerers? I don't think so. I don't think there's any of them that give off sorcerer vibes. So, are any of them hackers? Vincent, Akira, Gisele, no. Are any of them from Washington? All right. So Akira's from Scotland, and Gisele is from is English with a quarter Indian descendancy. We're looking at either New Zealand, someone who drinks white wine, but probably that Wither Hills wine is also from New Zealand, I would guess. Probably. Maybe. Or an MB, or is from Washington. So, I think, is it Jacob? We already ruled out Jacob. Let's not go back, all right? It's not Jacob. I don't think it's Jacob. So if we're going based on that information, Akira and Gisele don't make sense. Is Riel American? Riel American, isn't she? So she could be a Washington Wizards fan. I know that's fucking stupid, but... Wait. Also... No. Wait. Akira, Gisele, and Akira... Akira, Gisele, and Akira. Riel, Gisele, and Akira all went together, but then they split up. Never mind. They split up after that. So no, that doesn't help either. Is Riel black? No. What, because I said she's American? I didn't say African American. There's an important clue. No, wait. Maybe. Wizards. Wizards, dude. It's one of these four, and it's probably not Vincent. I'm just gonna say. I really doubt that it's Vincent. It just from a story perspective too. I don't think that they would make it Vincent. You know, I mean, it could be, but that, I mean, it'd be a big twist. But they didn't set it up enough. And Akira and Gisele are both not from America, and I think Riel might be from America. Also, Akira and Gisele aren't from New Zealand. Riel could be from New Zealand. I don't know. She could be from one of those places. I'm suspicious about her because she seems like a journalist or CIA agent. Well, she's a doctor or something, but... I think Riel. I think actually Riel. I think she's the most likely. There are four options that make sense to me. Vincent being the least likely. Akira and Gisele being kind of in the middle. But if one of them is in on it, then it's both. And here's the meta knowledge. It's making me click on one name. But if it's Akira or Gisele, then it almost certainly has to be Akira and Gisele. Maybe Gisele by herself if she snuck into a position working for Akira just to get on this island and investigate it. She's the second most likely for that reason, but that seems unlikely since Akira seems to have picked her almost arbitrarily, but maybe she could have got like MK Ultra'd into that position. I think it's Riel. Final answer. I point at Riel's name. Now I need to get rid of all the pizza men on my screen. I point at Riel's name. Riel? Well, it could be possible that Riel is an undercover investigator. Riel may very well be wizards. Given the circumstances and the content of the conversation, it's unlikely that you, me, the people from the mansion, Thomas, or Aurora are wizards. Right, there. I mean, Thomas is dead, Aurora doesn't exist. People from the mansion, I kind of thought the same thing, except maybe Vincent, but yep, that makes sense. And obviously me or you were not. I did the same line of deduction, yes. Well, that's true. I'd lose respect for you if you chose those people. No, I would think you'd have brain damage. Now, considering the loud scream I made, that leads me to exclude one more person. Oh, yes, what was that about? See, I thought Jacob was also on this floor, so it could be Jacob. I could have fucked up. He does drink wine, too. No, he drinks, like, whiskey and stuff, but he does drink. So... CIA equals Washington, D.C. equals wizards. See what I'm saying? A loud voice that comes from a room on the first floor can't be heard by people on the second floor. On the other hand, everyone on the first floor can hear it. But I could not hear my scream on the other end of the telephone. Which means that Alex, who's also on the first floor, can't be wizards. Yes. So the only ones who remained are Akira, Gisele, Riel, and Jacob. Of course, it can't be Akira either. First time Wizards called me, she was in the bathroom with you. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, well. You mean when that hentai pervert... They actually didn't translate hentai into anything else? They just capitalized it and put it into English? Was peeking at us. What a weird translation choice. That pervert. That strange pervert. She was in the bathroom with me, so Akira can't be wizards. I didn't do that on purpose. You're not going to let me forget that anytime soon, are you? Anyway, it can't be Akira. Also, Akira said she would go back to her room with Gisele. If Gisele and Akira were in the same room, it would have been difficult for Gisele to call me. Yeah, those two were always together, so it'd be difficult for Gisele to call you for any period of time. In that case, there are two suspects left. Jacob and Riel. Jacob and Riel. Could it really be Riel? Because there's no way that alcoholic is an undercover investigator. Hey, we should let go of any preconceptions. We have to consider the possibility that Jacob is wizards as well. Even so, can we narrow it down any more? It'd be better to talk to them directly. Well, apparently I made a good enough choice. Apparently the game just expected me to either pick Jacob or Riel, and either way, good enough. I call Riel. Thanks, game. I'll save. I should have saved before, like a not actual retarded person. That was really dumb of me not to save before. Holy shit, am I stupid. It's me, Ikeda. I'd like to talk to you. Do you have a second? Hi, Ikeda. Did you find out where that scream came from? Of course I have a moment to talk. What is this about? I'd like you to come to my room, just you alone. Would that be alright? Yes, but what's going on? Not knowing the details scares me. I'll tell you when you're here. I'd appreciate it if you could come as soon as possible. Alright. I'll be there in a bit. I'll be waiting. Shit! Shit, he knows! Fuck! He wasn't bluffing! Shit! That's what I imagine she's saying now. Accusing Riel all of a sudden is risky. What if you're wrong? In that case, I'll just apologize. Don't you feel any sense of guilt? She may become terribly upset. Ikeda, it's me. Can I come in? Yes, please come in. The door's unlocked. She does look like a fucking spy, too. What do you want to talk about? Also, why do you want to talk to me alone? What's going on? I want to ask you a few things. Riel, you're wizards, aren't you? Wizards? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Well, the music, says otherwise. Okay, well, I tell Riel what I've deduced. The people who I excluded, and the people who are unlikely to be wizards. The people who were unlikely to be wizards. However, I try to avoid talking about whatever happened with Alex as much as possible. With this information, we've narrowed down the list of people who could be wizards to 2, Jacob and you. So who of you 2 could wizards be? I took a close look at the name wizards. It's strange that this is the plural form of the word wizard. Perhaps the name contains important information about wizard's identity. So what could that be? Was it something that narrowed it down further? What about Wither Hill's white wine brand? Ah, she's a wine mom! I continued in Neko's muttering line of thought. Yes, that's a possibility. It's possible that Jacob based the name on a wine brand. But Jacob's a picky guy and prefers high-end wine. Also, I thought he drank whiskey. He would have used the name of a more exclusive winery, not supermarket wine. But a woman wouldn't have good taste. So let's look at the second possibility. The NBA team, the Washington Wizards. It's a basketball team from Washington. I remember one of the guests talking about Washington before. That's right. Riel said she's a physician from Washington. I knew she was fucking American. I didn't remember that she was from Washington, though. Exactly. Undercover investigators usually use the place they are from in their backstories to ensure there aren't any slip-ups during their mission. Because if they say the wrong things about a place they don't know, people who are familiar with the place might blow their cover. So your place of birth really is Washington, perhaps. Therefore, when you try to come up with a code name, you thought of Washington, and that name popped into your head. Which means you revealed your identity by telling me what city you're from. Hey, wait just a minute. Can I say something? Even if you really believed I'm wizards based on the information, isn't that rather flimsy proof? Have I even told her who wizards is? I guess it said I explained it to her. I tell her what I've deduced. So I guess that must have been included. Because otherwise it's like, what the fuck do you know about wizards? Also, you can't discount the possibility that Jacob wanted to make me look suspicious. No, it took wizards only a second to come up with that name. Jacob couldn't have come up with that in such a short time. He's stupid. Even if he could have done so, why would he use the name of an NBA team? Most people wouldn't associate Washington with basketball. Also, I have conclusive evidence that proves you were wizards. Conclusive evidence? Didn't you notice I muted the phone for a moment when you called earlier? When I muted it, I asked Neko to call the guest's phone from Alex's room. The only phone that was in use was the one in your room. Isn't that funny? Only wizards and I were using it. What a fucking absolute bluff. He just made that shit up. He realized just now that he should have done that. Only wizards and I were using our phones. If your phone was in use, who were you talking to? No room phones were being used except for yours and mine. The phone in my room. And now's when she says, I wasn't using my phone, the phone in my room. I was using my, oh shit! You must be mistaken. You must be mistaken. I was using my CIA phone. Stop playing innocent. The gig is up. You may as well drop the axe, wizards. Huh. So that's why you muted your phone. I've been played like a fool. But I remember clearly asking you not to reveal my identity. I revealed it to you, you moron. So you are wizards after all. Actually, I wasn't sure it was you until just now. Sorry. Looks like you admitted it a little too soon. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Calm down and think about it. Do you really think I could have asked an Echo to go to Alex's room by herself to call all of the phones? There's no way she would have done that. Why do I feel totally useless like right now? But now that you mention it, I don't think I would have done that. Ah! You were bluffing and I believed you! No do-overs, I'm afraid. Sorry I had to fool you. But I'm glad you've revealed your true identity. However, wizards, we have to be on equal ground. You gotta be kidding me. Fine, you've bested me. Alright, I'll talk. I need a stiff drink first, though. Do you want some white wine? Ha! Got her! I have a bottle of whiskey earlier. We'll have a glass of that. Slante. What the fuck does slayante mean? Slayante? Is that fucking Washington speak? What is that? This is normally where you would have a neat quip for the region she's from. Gaelic for cheers. She's from fucking Washington, where they speak Gaelic there. You're bloody annoying. Bloody? What the fuck? Where is she from? What? Senikata. Yeah, I hear that a lot. You're bloody annoying. No one from Washington. Alright. Are you sure this whiskey isn't poisoned? She got fucking flustered fast. I got this whiskey before the people from the mansion became hostile to us, so don't worry about it being poisoned. That's convenient. But, you know, Riel, you're pretty rough around the edges. Washington, England. Shut up, who cares about my personality? If you have something to ask, just ask. But you should understand that there are certain things I can't tell you. Tell me about the CIA. CIA? MI6? As I said, there are things I can't talk about. I can't tell you who I work for, moron. Don't worry, I understand. I won't ask again. It's clearly the CIA. There's not even a fucking ounce of doubt in my mind. How do you manage to get onto the guest list? You made your way onto this island by using an invitation sent. Although, the only reason why CIA wouldn't make sense is the idea that the CIA doesn't know everything going on this island. But, otherwise, it seems like it's the CIA. You made your way into this island by using an invitation sent to someone else, didn't you? More of those subjects I can't really talk about. But alright. Yes, my invitation was originally sent to someone called Sean Baxter. He was knee-deep in problems, and we managed to ensnare him. Ha! Maybe she's FBI then. They're experts in ensnarement. We wanted to send an undercover investigator to this island, so I cut a deal with him and became his representative. Did you hear the story of the fucking guy, Muslim guy in the U.S., who was chatting with some girl online? She, dumps him, gets rid of him, and then he starts chatting with a new girl. The new girl says that she's absolutely in love with him and, all this shit. They eventually, fall for each other, basically. And she keeps encouraging him that, you need to kill yourself for Allah. You need to. It's important. You need to do it. I dream about you, about us dying together in a suicide bombing. And he's like, no, that's stupid. I'm not going to do that. That's fucking dumb. I'm not gonna do that. But then at some point he's like, I do kind of want to kill myself though. And she's like, do it for all, bomb people, do it. And he's like, no, I've told you a million times, no matter what you say, I am not going to fucking suicide bomb myself. So what happens? The FBI arrests him because it was the FBI the whole time. And they realized they weren't gonna convince him to suicide bomb, so they arrested him for illegal weapons, owning an illegal firearm. They just gave up. They're like, fuck. We're not gonna convince this guy to fucking suicide bomb. So, guess we'll just arrest him for something else and be done with it. Also, the first girl that he fell in love with and then got dumped by was apparently also FBI. They fucking prepped him first. It's ridiculous. You can't do that, FBI. That's fucking not, that's not okay. You can't encourage someone to be a suicide bomber and then arrest them when they don't suicide bomb someone. In fact, you can't even do the first part of that, I would say. But feds, dude. Fucking feds. We want to send an undercover investigator out to this island. Also, yeah, I just destroyed a robot in the chat without even breaking a sweat. Actually, I'm sweating like crazy, but you know what I mean. Figure of speech. We wanted to send an undercover... fuck, dude, I can't even read. Wanted to send an undercover investigator to this island, so I cut a deal with him and became his representative. He ended up being hospitalized with a sudden illness. Yep, that's the CIA. They give people... Wasn't there that, South American, communist dictator that the CIA gave cancer? Who was that? There was some South American... Maybe he wasn't a dictator. I think he was. There was some guy who the CIA like 100% gave cancer. They just used their cancer beam, and I'm not joking. I don't know if it's a beam, but they definitely did it. He got a sudden illness. I see. However, the people working in this mansion are quite cautious. It would be difficult to convince them that you're a relative of one of the guests. Who are you really? I wasn't lying when I told you I'm a physician in Washington. Of course, I'm not doing that work anymore. I only worked as a physician for about a year. What kind of reputation did you have as a physician? What? Why are you asking that? Nothing out of the ordinary. I see. Well, with her personality, it wouldn't surprise me if she had a bad reputation. She seems like a bad doctor. Huh. Why am I really annoyed with you right now? Tell me more. Wizards is a rather strange alias. Are you a basketball fan? Huh. When I was a student, I used to play basketball, so yeah, I shouldn't have chosen a word associated with Washington. But most people would not associate wizards with Washington. Yeah, most people wouldn't. But that's funny that, like, for the Japanese people playing this game, that is such a crazy association. But for, like, an American, it's like, yeah, okay, Washington Wizards, yeah, sure. Don't forget that someone rather special made the connection. Naneko Izumozaki. She possesses such a unique ability. Not that unique, but she can't utter a single word without tripping over her tongue. What? Why are you so mean to me? However, Riel, you weren't the only guest with a medical background. Isn't it difficult to deceive others without having the knowledge of an active physician? I was planning to brush up on my studies so I wouldn't be exposed. However, knowing too much is not good either. It's easier to play the part of an ignorant little woman than an outstanding doctor. I see. This is very important. Can you tell me about your weapons and skills? I have a Glock 30 with 3 spare magazines. That's the only gun I brought with me. Close quarters, Dyoshi no CQC. Close quarters martial arts, hacking, sabotage. Oh, she's also a wizard. Hacking. Sabotage skills and so on. I have trained in almost everything. Looks like you could come in handy then, although you're not well armed. Don't be silly. I plan to use a Glock 42, which has an even smaller magazine size, and I'm quite familiar with it. I didn't expect such a large battle to happen and only planned on using a gun in emergencies. Unfortunately, it looks like a large battle is about to happen. I'm glad there aren't many people from this mansion. From this mansion. But I'm rather worried about that monster. It's a humanoid biological weapon developed for the military. I haven't had to face it myself yet. I don't think we can easily neutralize it. Naneko, what impressions did you have when you saw it? What? Don't remind me of it all of a sudden. Let me see. As far as I can tell, its movement seems slow, but I can't say anything because it might not have shown its true power at the time. In other words, you know nothing, Naneko. That's pretty useless. I was in a tough spot, you know. Don't bully her like that. That's what I do. Anyway, if it bleeds, we can kill it. We should be prepared. We don't know if it bleeds. We have no fucking idea if it bleeds, so what a ridiculous thing to say. We should be prepared to fight it at any time, though. All right, I hope it won't come to that. That report I read was pretty scary. Are we really going to be all right? You're pretty nosy, aren't you? I'm not at liberty to tell you anything else about my background. Okay. Riel, what do you know about this island? Sorry, I don't know that much. Of the 3 other investigators who infiltrated this place so far, 2 have disappeared. Ooh. The only one who returned was not able to discover any detailed information about the island. We found out so far, though, that this is a base for prostitution, organ trade, and some kind of weapon development. Sounds like you have more than enough information to blow the lid off the place. So why haven't you? I'm part of the CIA. We like to just kind of keep these things running. Or I'm part of the FBI, and we really like to keep these things running and make them commit, like, war crimes. Terrorism. Many well-known politicians and business people have frequented this island, so we couldn't expose the actual state of things here in the usual way. It's so realistic, it's true! Like, yeah, so I'm part of an organization sent to investigate this island. But then we investigated it and found out that, like, the people who pay our bills are, you know, pedophiles who go to this island. So we can't really investigate it more. We're just gonna get blackmail. We can't really, like, tell people about it. Besides, we're after this island's research and development. We're not that interested in prostitution and the trade of organs. We don't fucking care! Oh, they're using sex slaves? Child sex slaves? Whatever, I don't care. Fuck, whatever. They're making fishmen, though? Tell me about the fishmen. I'm here to stop the fishmen. So you need to verify the information that's been gathered so far. So your superiors discovered that this kind of biological weapon was being developed on this island. What would they do? Something smells fishy. I missed if. They're hiding something, aren't they? To be honest, I have my doubts as well. Hang on, this is classified information. Hang on, wait a minute, I'm drunk. I'm giving you classified information. I can't talk about this or I'll jeopardize my position. Don't worry, there's no way that information could leak out in the first place. This is only conjecture, but perhaps one of our superiors is one of the island's clients who knew about the island's research. That's what I've been thinking. I see. In other words, the superior who's seen that research wanted to obtain that technology by any means necessary. However, if he revealed all the details, it would be obvious that he was a client of the island's other services. What a great, this writing is so good. The setup for everything. So, the director of the CIA, let's say, somebody high up in the CIA, goes to Pedophile Island regularly. And while on Pedophile Island, notices that they're developing immortal fish people. He says to himself, I would love to get some immortal fish people. So, I'm gonna make the CIA investigate Epstein Island. But I can't tell them why I'm having them investigate Epstein Island, because then they'll find out that I'm a regular client of Epstein Island. So instead, I'm gonna have them just investigate it broadly, and eventually they'll find out about the fish people, and voila, now I have an army of fish people. Just like real life. So he made up stories about weapons of mass destruction so that your organization would have a reason to seize and obtain that biological weapon? Made up stories about weapons of mass destruction. Where have I heard that before? I feel like Americans have done that before. Where has that? It's just an educated guess, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. But if so, I'm just a pawn being used to satisfy someone else's greed. I'm really fed up. I can understand that. Why don't you get a new job? I'm a bad guy. You're a girl, actually. Or do you mean like the song? I can only do dirty jobs like this one. I've done too many bad things to be able to lead a normal life. Hey, if I can do it, so can you. Yeah, apparently I was a cross-dressing mercenary, so, well, if you want to turn over a new leaf, drop by my office. We'll talk. I don't think you're keeping your hands that clean either, Akira. Well, I'll keep it in mind. Don't expect anything, though. The feds. Look, the underage sex workers and organs are typical, but tell us about your weapons and oil deposits on the island. The pedos. What oil? Tell me more. Can you tell me more about the island? Any minor details are helpful. Anything else come to mind? I don't think I know anything else. No, wait. Come to think of it, for some reason, the research on this island suddenly stagnated 10 years ago. How long have you been fucking looking into this place? That means, by the way, they've known about Pedophile Island for at least 10 years, which is not surprising, but is worth fucking pointing out. Apparently, the flow of special chemicals they were using slowed to a trickle, but I don't know why. 10 years ago. Does that mean something happened at that time? Perhaps they ran out of money. No, prostitution and the organ trade continues at the same level as before, and there were plenty of clients. It's unlikely they ran out of money. If that's the case, then what could have slowed down the research? The disappearance of an essential element used for research? Or maybe an important researcher who went missing? Is it possible that these murders are connected to that? Can the killer negotiate with the people from the mansion because they possess something that was lost, like a code? It is possible. Imagine you're fucking researching immortal fish people, and you don't pay your one researcher more than minimum wage, so he leaves, but before he leaves, he changes the password. So now you spend 10 years of selling children and children organs instead of doing your research on immortal fish people because you don't know the fucking password to your fish people archives. These retards is what I'm saying. The evil are always retarded. It would allow them to resume their research. If it would allow them to resume their research, they would definitely be interested in obtaining such a code. Maybe that's the unlock code they're after. It could be the reason why Vincent and his associates would revolt. But what was the killer able to obtain? Why was the killer able to obtain that unlock code in the first place? It remains a mystery. At any rate, I'm glad there's a possible connection between the research on this island and the killer. You're glad? That's everything I know about the island. Tell me about the killer. Tell me what you were doing before and after Thomas's murder. I want to hear the details. Before I went to the dining hall, I was drinking in the lounge with Jacob. That idiot couldn't keep his mouth shut after a few drinks. He was a real fountain of information. I see. You were spending time with Jacob. I thought that Jacob kept you there against your will, but it was actually the other way around. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. No, that's not true. No CIA agent can say about their job, someone's got to do it. No! It's such an unjustifiable position that you're in. No one has to do it. You're investigating a child sex ring so that you cannot shut it down. Yeah, that is not a job that anyone needs to do. He appeared to be in quite a drunken state, and I was only pretending to drink so they wouldn't interfere with my mission. So you were pretending to drink, but you're drinking for real now? Why? How are you? Okay, whatever. He had to be pretty drunk if he didn't notice. Maybe they stopped because they succeeded in making immortal fish people. Maybe. Abby, the maid, told us that the food was ready, so we went to the dining hall. Didn't you arrive rather late? If I remember correctly, you were the last guest to arrive in the dining hall. Right, Naneko? Yeah! Yes, you're right. Come to think of it, I thought I'd quickly run back to the guest room building. I went to the bridge, but I noticed the heavy iron door was closed. I figured that opening it would take too much time, so I just went to the dining hall instead. I don't know if he was waiting for me or just took his time in the bathroom, but I ran to Jacob again, and we went to the dining hall together. That's it. I see. So the iron door was closed. Was there anything unusual about the corridor? Unusual? Nothing in particular. No, come to think of it. I think the iron doors were open at first. Does that mean someone closed them? The iron doors were open. When was that? I was disgusted by Jacob's drinking, so I pretended I had to go back to my room and adjust my makeup. What time was it? It was before Abby told us about lunch, so it had to be sometime before everyone gathered in the dining hall. Sometime before everyone got together in the dining hall. So the doors were open at that time. However, when I went to the corridor later on, the doors were closed again. That seems to be the case. Someone must have lowered the doors. Someone lowered the iron doors. There must have been a reason for that. Why would anyone need to close those doors? Did you notice anything about the cause of death or the murders of Thomas and Sir Raymond? If you're thinking about autopsies, I was taking them very seriously. I wasn't hiding anything. Thomas burned to death, and Sir Raymond died of blood loss after he was tortured. Thomas burned to death where there wasn't any fire. Sir Raymond was cautious, but ended up being murdered anyway. From the perspective of an undercover investigator, what do you think? Sorry, I really don't know what to think. The way I see it, the circumstances surrounding Thomas's murder were very strange indeed. And although Sir Raymond was extremely vigilant, he was killed. But if the killer is a trained assassin, they would have overpowered him with ease. Sir Raymond probably had a gun or some sort of communication device. I don't think you have had any time to use them, though. Why? Why don't you think that? What a fucking strange thing to... Okay. One more thing, Riel. Did you hear any strange moaning after you arrived on the island and were escorted to your room? A strange moaning? I think I did. It sounded like the useless screaming of a half-witted girl. I forgot about her screams. Did you hear anything else? A man's groans, for example. A man's groans? No, I don't think I did, but is this connected to any of the murders? I was gonna say, didn't we already know this? Didn't we already know that it was Sir Raymond? Because, like, right after we heard those moans, we discovered Sir Raymond next door, and I thought it was just kind of assumed that, like, oh, he must have been being tortured earlier. I think that Sir Raymond was captured and killed around the same time we were shown to our rooms. He was tied up and drugged. After that, all the killer had to do was torture and kill him. The killer seems to have harbored quite a grudge against him. But was he tortured in the same room where we found his body? I wonder. Even if the killer was a professional, I don't think Sir Raymond would fall into such an obvious trap. If you were Sir Raymond, what would catch you off guard? Someone who wasn't supposed to be there. That could have caught him by surprise. Aurora? Fake person? Someone who should not have been there. Who could the killer be? My guess is that it'd be a trained assassin. That's all I have to say about that. Have you heard enough? Riel, would you happen to know a girl named Aurora? Give me a face, give me a face, give me a face. Nope. Aurora, who's that? What does she look like? She's blonde with blue eyes and wears a big blue ribbon in her hair. There's someone on this island who looks like that. I don't remember seeing her, but could she have survived what they did to the girls on this island? Well, if you don't remember her, forget about it. Perhaps you shouldn't ask Riel about Aurora. What? Oh, Naneko says that. Riel doesn't remember her either. If she was a virtual character created by that computer, it's only natural that none of the other guests don't remember her. None of the other guests don't remember her. Okay. Well, why did Alex react like that when I mentioned her name? I wonder if Alex was cross-dressing as a woman inside my dreams. Alex is a woman, I forgot. Never mind. I want to ask you one last thing. I find it hard to believe that an undercover investigator like you doesn't have a way to get in touch with the outside world. Are you hiding anything? All communications from the island are monitored. They've also set up several jammers. It's not possible to contact the outside world with regular communication equipment. So what you're saying is, It's possible with special equipment. Well, I have an optical wireless communications device. It can communicate directly with satellites by using a high-powered laser. It'll avoid any jammers on the island. There's no way the communications can be intercepted. But it has a major drawback. It can't be used if there's too much cloud cover. Ah! Makes sense, because currently they're in Alaska, which is the home of HARPA, which is the United States weather weapon, where we control all weather from. So, makes sense. Not bad for a stupid little girl. Exactly. HARPA weather weapons. It's not a big deal in a normal area, but in the Aleutian it's a problem. There's cloud cover all year round, so it can't be used to communicate often. Since we arrived on this island, I haven't been able to use it even once. And even then, the beam needs to be focused precisely, making it very difficult to use. You gotta fucking point the beam directly at a satellite? What a worthless Still good to have it in case of an emergency. No. It'd be really nice to not be dead by then. Also, without conclusive evidence that those weapons are being developed here, nobody will be coming for us. The risk is too high. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, Akira, do you really think we can survive this? Judging from the cold-blooded ways each of the dead have been murdered, we're dealing with a professional assassin. Oh, and let's not forget about that creature. Hey, I'm doing everything I can. If things really go south, we could always try the healing power of prayer. Stop joking around. What good would prayer do? I've seen darkness and evil in my life. If there was a god, this world would be a little less wretched. I like how she's a fucking fedora tipper, and apparently I'm not. And if God does exist, he doesn't get involved in anything, so he might as well not exist. I don't pray to God. I'm the only one looking out for myself. Welcome to the wonderful world of sarcasm. I don't mean everything I say literally, so you don't have to fucking tip your fedora so hard, lady. She reminds me of someone. Come to think of it, your office is in New York, isn't it? Can you see the Manhattan skyline from there? What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, my office has a great night view. Ikeda, if you don't stop lying, the demon will rip your tongue out. Actually, I'm bending the truth a little bit, ? But I do know a few places where you can see the skyline at night. I see. The Manhattan skyline. I like how in Japan the Manhattan skyline is supposed to be like something nice. I've never seen it with my own eyes. If I die... There is no one who's a CIA agent who lives in Washington who dreams of the Manhattan skyline. If I die... I've never seen it with my own eyes. If I die but you make it out of here, please scatter my ashes there! No American wants their ashes to be scattered in fucking New York! I don't have any friends or family. I'd rather be put to rest there than 6 feet under. Yeah, bury me in New York. Also, you can't see the skyline if all that's left of you are some ashes. Come to New York in one piece instead. I don't want to carry around your urn. I don't think all of us will be getting off this island alive. It's alright. If you die and I survive, I'll scatter your ashes on the East River. That's an insult. That's an insult. That's an actual fucking insult. That's very kind of you, but... we're all getting out of here alive. We can have breakfast in Manhattan, hamburgers for lunch, dinner in Brooklyn at night, and finally, drinks at a bar. I love this American dream that this Japanese guy has concocted. I don't want to break it to him. I don't want to let him know how not the case this is going to be. And the East River won't have to be polluted with any of our ashes. I guess that's something to look forward to. Alright. I know it was a short stream today, but we're gonna have to stop it there. I am sweating my fucking ass off.